Yo, 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 shalom, 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 family. It's your brother, Dalayahu Yasharal. And I'm back with another video, News Football. And we bring you guys global news. And we got to talk about the news on these African streets, man. So, if for those of you who don't know, today or yesterday, depending on when you're watching this video, September 16th was just the 1 year anniversary of the Alliance of the Sahel States, the three states that we have joining up in West Africa who just rose to power. I ain't gonna say overthrew the power, but in some way they rose to power. Nationals of their own respective countries rose to power, and they putting their countries on the path to change in a positive way. So that alliance is turning 1 year old today. And I saw some news about Togo potentially joining those three Sahel states. So Togo is another country in West Africa that is, this one happened, the other three are landlocked. Togo is actually a country that's a coastal country, and it's in West Africa. So we're going to take a look at this updated information. The people in the lady in the video saying that they're supposed to be joining, but upon further research, I found out some other developments. So I need you guys to stay tuned for that. Let's go to this again to this short video and then see what Auntie talking about, and then we're gonna come back and get into the new information.
So I was thinking maybe it's Togo first and Senegal second, something like that. So yes, I was happy and I'm still happy. Whatever happens, it is good. The relationship between Togo now and the AES is great. They are helping each other, and this is how it's supposed to be. Families, please listen to the video and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
These measures include the interconnection of IT systems and customs administrations. The three countries of the AES, in addition to being interconnected, have taken steps to integrate Togo into the precision process. On January 28, 2024, when the member countries of the Alliance of Sahel States left the Economic Community of West African States, reorganizations took place in the various sectors of governance. In the finance sector, the customs departments of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger are considering how to cope with the impact of the withdrawal. Hence this meeting of experts. On June 22, 2024 in Niamey, the experts examined the conditions for interconnecting the IT systems of the customs administrations of ESA countries and Togo. The following day, June 23, 2024, it's the turn of the Customs Directors General of the Confederation of Sahel States and the Republic of Togo to meet. The agenda and objectives are clearly stated from the outset. This meeting, which will not only enable us to agree on possible solutions to improve and consolidate the management of the existing interconnection between the countries, will also give us the opportunity to sign a memorandum of understanding and a framework instruction relating to the implementation of this interconnection with the sister customs of the Togolese Republic. The objectives of seeking to interconnect our customs IT systems, to be shortened, and secure goods transit operations through electronic exchanges of information and data. Reduce border waiting times and transit and transport costs. Expected results. Contribute to increasing our customs revenue. The growth and competitiveness of our economies. Exchanges follow the signing of documents, namely the Memorandum of Understanding and the Draft Framework Instruction on Interconnection. In their final communiqué, the Directors General of Customs, the ARS states and Togo set out 4 key recommendations to deploy the interconnection system in all customs offices open to transit by November 15, 2024 at the latest. Involve customs partners, especially chambers of commerce. The Shippers Council and approved customs agents are involved in computer system interconnection work to facilitate support for the reform and its implementation. Convene a meeting with the Chambers of Commerce and Industry and the Shippers Council to find solutions for implementing a unique tax identifier and a unique guarantee. Establishing a timetable for the effective implementation of the interconnection between Mali, Burkina and Togo. This meeting of Customs Directors General at the Mohammed Gandhi International Conference Center in Niamey is a first. The next meeting on the interconnection of the IT systems of the customs administrations of the AES countries is scheduled for June 2025 in Bamako,
Thank
Republic.
you so much for watching, for listening up to this stage. Leave your comment. What do you think? I think it's all good news between Togo and AES. I said it before. I like the relationship, the way it's going. They're going to meet again. And the third meeting, who knows? They might even join them. It doesn't matter. You can be in ECOWAS and still join AES. Maybe they will allow them to do that. I said they will allow them. You know how they hold on to everyone. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. So yes, if they will allow them, I think Togo will join them because they are happy. It's win-win situation. They are making their money, plus they are helping their neighbors within security part and also the port part, which is very, very important. Jokes aside, it is great for both countries, and we thank God for that, that we have leaders that care about one another, whether financially or not. Is the thought of helping your neighbor that matters. And we hope that maybe other countries will also join the AES. Join hands together. They should not join when it's too late. They should not be spectators. And then when things get successful, then they join. They should join now so they can fight. They fight together. Anyway, families, if this is your first time,
Yeah, family. So that was interesting. I saw that, watched it, and something told me to just do a little bit more research. And the thing is, when you go through some of these videos sometimes, and even looking at all the topics in the news cycle that's coming out from over there in West Africa, a lot of that stuff, some of the news it happened 3 months ago, or it happened, some of the footage be old, and again, it's a lot of things still developing. The economy of these countries continue to develop. It's a lot of developments happening. The media outlets that's covering it, is coming from different places. So anyway, I just wanted to do a little bit more research on some of these things, and then what I found, I went to Twitter. So let's go to Twitter and let's take a look at what's happening over here. Some of these other stories, because Twitter is very interesting. So I put this in Togo, Sahel, if they join the Sahel states, and it's a lot of news on it. Again, some of this stuff is going to be in French. It's important to remember that these countries in West Africa are French-speaking nations, and etc. like that. But some posts you're going to find in English, like this one from G right here, and it's saying, Togo, WTF, what the bleep? The Sahel is surrounded by stupidity and traitors on all sides. My people can be such idiots. So I guess this is one African brother, and he's talking about this guy. So I guess this guy is president of Togo or something like that. But it says Damiba wants to raise an armed rebellion against Burkina. We received intel from anonymous elite alpha that the Togo Damiba has started clandestine operations for the creation of armed rebellion. So all this is very alarming. It says he was one of the masterminds behind the attack in Barcelona. So if I covered this, and again, some people tell me that was fake news, like I was wrong. But again, this was on Al Jazeera reporting this, and so they're still battling with the terrorists for control in certain parts of the regions. Obviously, I think it's more the north and the east regions, the more sparsely populated regions. They having some terrorist attacks. So they saying this guy from Togo was down with that. You see what I'm saying? And he said that he will take his revenge on us by having shame. He said that he would take his revenge on us for having shamed him on September 30th, 2022, when we sacked him from power. Personally, I have already said what needs to be done. We know he flies between Togo and Cote d'Ivoire. I'm gonna just say it like I pronounce Cote d'Ivoire. As for Cote d'Ivoire, it's normal. This guy, blank blank, is his mentor. However, captain of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, he tagging him. So everybody on Twitter now. Twitter is the real African street. So we definitely gonna be continue to bring you guys this news, but we want to fact check it and make sure it's true. because the lady was saying Togo finna join the Sahel states, but this guy on Twitter is showing it might be some smoke, in West Africa. So this guy is from Nigeria. So they tagging all the Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and president from these different regions. I forgot the other region, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and so it say what I don't accept is the fact that F.E. Ganassi. So again, this is the president of Togo, right? With whom we are doing business remains indifferent with this. He cannot accommodate this terrorist while still doing business with us. Something needs to be done to eliminate the threat. So I guess they have some agreements with the president in Togo, but his army minister, this guy right here, he like an enemy. So there's a lot of things going on. It seemed like a very interesting development situation. I was already interested in talking about it when they were saying Togo might be joining the AES, because I talked about that as well already on the channel. They supposed to be making some infrastructure through Togo to get to the port, right? Because we know these 3 Sahel states are landlocked countries, so it's very important to be by the water and have a port access. So I heard they had an agreement with Togo, but now all of a sudden they're saying the general, I guess the person who was in power before the last person still got smoked with them. He trying to, that's the sad part of it. Now, what I'm saying, people who, just like France and the European, the nations who got kicked out, they such sore losers that now they want to fund the terrorists and they want to pretty much try to give the new government more problems. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it looked like it's saying this guy was doing right here. And I felt like it was just interesting to talk about because we trying to keep an eye on that situation, what's happening over there, what's going on. And it's important that, be making sure we paying attention to what's going on. Again, Twitter is like the best, most up to date, newest, fastest platform. You know what I'm saying? It's not new, but it's fast. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're seeing is happening right now. People just tweeting these things out. It's easy to send a tweet, right? And very interesting. So we definitely following these pages, paying attention to what's happening, and we scraping the Twitter streets for the real tea about what's happening with them in the AES states. But I really wanted to bring that update from this guy because it seemed like it's an issue with the past leader in Togo versus the Sahel states. And I feel like it's something we want to keep our eye on. But really what I want to talk about and what we're doing over here at Newsroom is we want to put an emphasis on just fact checking the news. I don't want to bring nothing, no news that you got to hear me speak on be fake. You know what I'm saying? Or it's something that's like it's erroneous. You know what I'm saying? It's not credible. So you definitely want to fact check it. That's a whole nother level, be a whole nother situation to be talking about how we fact check it as far as like, is Twitter a good source? But these things are coming straight from these people, the horse's mouths, the representatives of these administrations. You see, even Ibrahim Traore, the president of Nigeria, the leaders of the transition, these people all on Twitter. So this is like, pretty much official communications going out from these people, and definitely it's credible. So we want to keep our eye to the streets and pay attention to what's going on. So it was an article. Let me see. Okay, now this is, again, talk about credible sources. This is what I want to talk about. But again, we see the date. This was July, August, September, 2 months ago, roughly 2 months ago. But let's see what it's talking about. It alludes to what the video was talking about. Again, the Alliance of Sahel States wants to strengthen trade ties with Togo. So that's what we know. That's what's been happening. But it's still some people in Togo have a problem with some people in Burkina Faso and the Sahel states. So let's read this short article and then we'll just give our closing remarks. But it reads, and it's from Togo First. So this is their own publication, the national publication of Togo, which is a very reliable, credible source. This is the type of sources we want to get our information from. So it reads, the Alliance of Sahel States, which is AES, is working to enhance trade relations with Togo and has invited the country to participate in the meeting of Customs Directors General on Tuesday, July 23rd in Niamey, Niger. So this passed already. This happened. This is what the lady was alluding to. During the meeting, customs officials from AES member states agreed to interconnect their customs systems, including Togo, which is crucial for regional trade. They instructed their technical teams to establish an interconnected customs area within the AES. Adama, I don't even want to butcher that name, Obudu, Burkina Faso Director General of Customs, stated that these measures will improve transit management and facilitate cross-border trade. And of course, these things are obvious. They are things that like should have been done. There's necessary steps. It don't really say that Togo is joining. It's a step more in that direction than not. But it don't really say what is the good or bad thing. But it's pretty much things that should have been done already. But again, it's pretty much a little bit older news. This happened 2 months ago compared to this Twitter, this tweet from this guy. We're just talking about this guy saying he ready to cause an insurgency in Burkina Faso because he upset. So I think mainly we just got to keep our eyes on this. But as far as inter-African trade, this should have been happening a long time ago. It's only plausible. It's only right that you have to coordinate with customs teams and logistics areas, because if this country got the port, if you got 3 landlocked countries and one country got the port you want to work with, of course you guys need to come up with a system to make it happen and facilitate that and make it as efficient and effective as possible. So that's what they're working on. At least they're doing that. You got to think North America has had a free trade agreement since like Clinton era. A NAFTA free trade agreement was signed, which even then at the time, us as Americans, we didn't understand the impact of these things. But to think that was 30 years ago, 90, 95 or something, 92, something like that, Clinton signed this NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement, just giving free trade between Canada, United States, and Mexico, which it makes sense because they're geographically tied, right? And neighbor bordering countries of each other. So it's only right that 40 years after the West started doing it, Africa finally having some free trade agreements, but it still seems like it could be some smoke in the air. And these are things we want to pay attention to, things we're going to look forward to continue to bring you guys updates on. But let's finish reading this official press release from Togo first about these, like they say, regional trade, interconnected systems they're trying to establish. Okay. So Felipe Koku Chodi, Commissioner General of Togolese Office of Revenue. That's important. That's official. Welcomed the initiative, noting that the port of Lomé has always served as a key access point for landlocked countries. It's always going to be like that. He urged customs authorities in the region to expedite the interconnection process to maximize the benefits of this initiative. And that's a great job. That's a great job for Africa. It's a great job, step in the right direction for West Africa. But we got to keep our eyes on what's going on. All right, the last paragraph reads, this project comes at a challenging time for the region. This is what we know, particularly following ECOWAS's economic sanctions against the Sahel countries. And that's interesting because Togo is still a part of ECOWAS, which is the East African Economic Commission of West African States versus the Sahel states, which is the 3 landlocked states versus pretty much the whole coastal ECOWAS states. So very interesting geographic dynamics as well. ECOWAS economic sanctions against the Sahel countries with military governments. Since these sanctions and the closure of borders between Benin and Niger, Togo has increased its efforts to strengthen trade relations with its neighbors. So, and when was this article? Matter of fact, let's check it out. Right. So this was 2 months ago. The other thing was 3 months ago. So all these things just very important for us to watch and pay attention to. Don't tell me I ain't even had it on screen. I wasn't sharing that. Was I sharing the screen? I was sharing the screen. I wasn't sharing the screen. Got it. But yeah, so we just read this article. Let me go back to it just to check on, just tap in with that. 1 second. Make sure we're on the screen. 1 second. I want y'all to see this article I just read. Take a look at it just to make sure you guys can see. Yeah, so this is the article we read. You guys more than welcome to check it out. Go check it out yourself. Again, Togo first. Invest in Togo. What I was talking about, again, these reliable sources. And we just talked about this article again, July 25th. It is about 2 months ago, but it does give credence to what we watched in the first video, that there is an alliance, including Togo, which is like a natural alliance because again, it's a port country. It's on the coast, the coastal country versus the landlocked country that need their help. But this is what I wanted to point out as well. This recent news about this guy, Damiba, wants to raise an armed rebellion against Burkina Faso. And that is very interesting. This guy seems like a disgruntled character. And again, remember, all these people have some agenda. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel one way or another about what's happening in the region. Everybody wants to power grab. Imagine if these guys would go from soldiers to president, what the other soldiers saying, like, I should have been a president too. So we're going to stay tuned with that. If y'all made it this far, like the video, subscribe. A large percentage of people that watch the video not subscribe. So the next time we give you guys an update, you guys you can see that when we drop that video. And on another note, I definitely would ask you guys to go check out the page, News Babal. Go to the bottom, scroll to the bottom, check out the ministry branches, go to Living for Yahuwah, check out the Daily Bread podcast. We got to stay prayed up in these days and these hours, family. Not just prayed up, but also strengthening our walk and our relationship with the Most High. So reading scripture every day is it's a great initiative that we're doing, and it's something that's made to just spiritually strengthen and encourage the people. And I think it's a great thing. So I want to share that with you guys on the News Babal channel as well. Like, subscribe. See you guys in the next video, man. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get the conversation started. What's going on with these guys? Is this smoke with Burkina Faso, the Sahel regions, and Togo? We're trying to see, but we definitely gonna bring you guys an update. I'm your brother, Daliyahu Yasharal, reporting live from News Babal Global News. See you guys in the next video.